Hello, welcome to Schofield Garage. Today is Veterans Day, so let's remember our veterans. Thank you if you're a veteran. Thank you if you've served. Thank you if you are currently serving. And happy Veterans Day to all. So today I have traveled many a mile to the Harbor Freight in Tupelo, Mississippi, because they had this in stock. Evidently, these are being discontinued because on the Harbor Freight website, you can't order it. You can only pick it up at a store. The closest one to me, 100 miles away, was Tupelo, Mississippi. So on my off day, I drove to Tupelo to pick that up. I'm going to take this air over hydraulic jack or ram. And I bought a mount for this. You may know what this is. This is a JD2 Model 3 tubing bender. I don't think they make this anymore to make a 32. I guess it's a little bit different. This is my brother's. So I have this, and let's see. Turn a little light. This came in yesterday from AffordableBender.com. It is a mount to mount this hydraulic cylinder to said JD squared bender. Got me some stickers. Stickers are always good. Thanks Affordable Bender for the stickers. We'll put those up in the top of the toolbox. If they were magnetic, they would go on the side of the toolbox with all my Rock Auto magnets. Speaking of Rock Auto, this is not anything to do with the He Hate Me Falcon, but my son called me the other day. He goes to the University of Memphis. He said his car sounded funny. Had a check engine light. Check engine lights. I'd given him a scanner when he was going to the University of Tennessee. It was 6 hours away, so he could always check on his car. It's a 2005 Volvo XC90, the 5-cylinder turbo. He scanned the codes. It had a rear O2 sensor out of range, exhaust cam, what do they call it? It's for the VVT on it. It's exhaust cam solenoid issue. It's had a small evaporative leak for a while. As a matter of reason, I gave him the code reader, and he was 5.5 hours away just to make sure before he ever left to take a road trip that was all that was wrong. So he comes over last Saturday. He pulls up the driveway. I'm going to put it up on the ramps anyway, but when he pulls up in the driveway, it sounds like a Kubota diesel tractor. And my first thought was, somebody has cut off his catalytic converter, and sure as hell, that's what's happened. At a parking lot at his apartment, which shall not be named yet, supposedly has security. We paid for a parking spot, so we're waiting to see what happens. But look under there, and there is no catalytic converter, no rear O2 sensor, hence the code. They must have used Milwaukee blades because the back part, the muffler stub, had red paint all over it. So I'm guessing it was Milwaukee blades, probably from a stolen Sawzall, from stolen from a Lowe's or Home Depot, or maybe from Harbor Freight. But I've got one coming in from Rock Auto, and we'll replace that Saturday morning. Hopefully it all goes well. Looks like it's fairly easy to replace it was one unit from the back of the turbo to the front of the muffler. So hopefully that'll go well. So let's unbox the the Affordable Bender attachment for the JD squared bender. So unbox. This is pretty heavy duty. You can see there. I'm using a front-facing camera, and this old phone, you can't switch in the middle of a video from front-facing to rear-facing, so sorry if you're missing out on what I'm opening. Hope it's not terrible. That is some pretty serious steel. Looks like it's cut on a plasma cutter. No, not that it really matter. I care. So let's set this up. Let's see how to put this together. Let me see, where can I put you guys. Hold on just a moment. Okay, hopefully this doesn't fall off. So, let's read the instructions. Oh, you guys, this is not very clear. I'm going to have to go in and get on their website because the printer used to be in the copier and printer business for large format plotters. This is not very good quality. I can't read it. So, we'll be back. The other day I was unboxing the JD squared bender hydraulic ram attachment. The other day I had to drive 100 miles to Tupelo, Mississippi to find a Harbor Freight that had the ram in stock. But I have it. I have the ram attached. See, it swivels. If any of you know anything about tube bending or the JD square bender in particular, you might realize something important. There's something missing, which my brother has since found, and I'll be getting it soon. It'll be coming from Heber Springs to Cordova, and he's going to load that up and send it to me. But I will have the ability to bend tubing, specifically inch and 5/8, because my new die is here. Thanks to JD squared or JD2, I don't know how they do it. It has come in. It's all fresh, machined. Look at that billet yumminess. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. That's cool. But it's all here. When it comes in, just have to finish putting it together, try it out. Then my plan is, over on the car, when I ordered the S&W cage, it was supposed to be inch and 5/8 mild steel. The next day after I ordered it, they called me and said, hey, we don't have inch and 5/8. It's going to be some ungodly unknown time. I think it was 20 weeks. Before we can get you inch and 5/8, we'll do inch and 3/4 in less than 2 weeks. So that's what I did. Obviously, with my pace of progress, I probably could have waited on inch and 5/8. And as in the previous video, I showed the down tubes don't exactly go where I want them for the A-pillar. So what I did is I bought inch and 5/8, 4 sticks down there. Inch and 5/8. I'm going to make the A-pillar bars out of inch and 5/8, bend them. And probably what I'm going to do is have them come through the dash, come down in here somewhere, run the dash bar across, and weld them to the dash bar, and then have another tube go down from the dash bar down. I wasn't sure if you could do that or not, but in the 25 5 SFI booklet, it shows it's either way. It's the same way as the halo. Like, you can do a halo like that with individual down tubes coming down the A-pillars to the floor, or you can do an A-pillar bar that runs from down here all the way up and back to the main hoop, and then put a crossbar in the front. So it's no different than that. So that's probably what I'll do, is to make the bends a little easier and make the tube land where exactly I want it to land, where I want to weld a reinforcement between the rocker box and the inner frame rail. Have it land exactly where I want it. It'll probably just be easier, even with the tubing bender, to use the windshield crossbar as a break point in the A-pillar bars. So that's the plan for now. It'll probably be next weekend because, like I said, I don't have every piece to the bender, and I'm probably going to need a little time to try the bender out, see how it actually works, and figure out the bends and do all that. Probably my next move is I've got those plates made. They're better this way. They go on the inner rocker box. Just
just went and had Mexican and beers for lunch with my son, so I'm probably not going to mess with this today, but tomorrow I'll probably get out here, finish prepping the inner rocker box. And if you can see that little hole right there, that's like a fixture hole from the factory. I want to keep that open, so I want to locate that on the plates and have that available for measurement, because there's another one back there by the main hoop somewhere, and I forgot to do that. So it'd be kind of nice to use those as reference points with the factory frame manual, frame dimensions from Ford, just to make any measurements or make sure the frame is square. But that's probably what I'll do tomorrow is weld those pieces in and go from there. Again, my plan is to get the roll cage in, cut those tacks on those 2x3 tubings loose, and then drop the whole thing down, weld the tops, and then get the roll cage in. So that's that. I guess I will follow up probably next week when I work on the tubing bender. Thanks, guys.